and welcome back to Desert DIY. If you are new here, my name is Cory. Today I'm going to be turning all of these pieces into beautiful upcycled Christmas decorations. Each one of these things was found on the side of the road, getting ready to be sent to the dump. These three pieces that I have in my hand are embroidery hoops. I find embroidery hoops thrown away all the time. The biggest one has, obviously somebody tried to update it already into something else, and there's some hot glue and string attached to it, and the other two are in perfect condition. It's just that whoever had them before could not find a use for them, and maybe they didn't like to do embroidery, but I am going to turn them into faux Christmas ornaments. These two pieces are called tomato cages. These are thrown away all the time after spring and summer crops are done growing. People decide that gardening just isn't for them and they throw them out on the curb. So I grabbed two of these tomato cages and I'm going to be turning them into pre-lit Christmas trees. The last item is this bench, and the side of it reminded me quite a bit of a sleigh. So I thought this would make for a really cute Christmas decoration as a sleigh themed bench for next to the tree. This year for Christmas, I have been very inspired by different types of plaid, and I noticed that Pottery Barn actually is going all out with plaid this year. I didn't realize that until after I had already started looking up ideas, but they had some really inspirational pictures on their website. Obviously, it's in the high range of prices, so I'm going to DIY things myself. These embroidery hoops are kind of the shape of funky Christmas ornaments on a really large scale, which I thought was something really neat and kind of modern. I got this fabric from Hobby Lobby. It was less than $10 for a yard, and all their Christmas fabric was half off at the time, so I probably spent about $5 on the fabric here. And I just lay it inside the embroidery hoop and make sure that I'm lining up the lines vertically so that they are nice and straight, and then I cut off the excess really close to the edge of the embroidery hoops wood there. That way it doesn't show when it's hanging up on the wall that I cut all those pieces in the back. I did the same thing for all three of these embroidery hoops. The other day I went to Costco and I saw these light up trees that they had there, and I thought they were really beautiful, but not such a beautiful price at $57. So I thought I could probably make one myself out of these tomato cages. So the first thing that we did is we sprayed on some spray shellac on the rusty areas of those tomato cages. Those areas were underground and developed rust from being watered and stuck in dirt. So we wanted to make sure that we covered that rust really well before we went any further with the project. Next, we just put some duct tape around the tips to make it into that cone tree shape. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that when I spray paint, I always start my projects upside down first. So my husband is spray painting these in a gold color, and we always start upside down first because that makes for a better coverage. We don't miss any spots, and it's also nice because then once that paint dries, we can flip it right side up and we don't risk messing up anything else that we need to paint. For the lights in this tree, I am going to use some lights that I got from Walmart. They're just regular old sparkly twinkle lights, and they're on a battery. And I'm going to use this sparkly yarn that I picked up, I believe, from Joann's, maybe even Walmart. I can't remember off the top of my head. But to apply it to the tree, I'm just going to hot glue it at the tip and then bring down that strand underneath. And then I'm going to take the ball of yarn and stick it underneath the tree and then pull that yarn back up to the top and glue it again. And I'm just going to keep repeating that process to finish this entire tree. When it comes time to put the lights in, I'm just going to use the bendable wire that the lights come on to attach it inside the frame and wrap it around that golden frame that is the tomato cage underneath. I'd say I got really close to making it look like the original inspiration tree. For the second tree, I'm going in a different direction. I know that during the holidays, sometimes money is really tight, and I also just love using trash to create something beautiful. This garland and the next garland I'm going to use, I got for free. Somebody had put it in a pile of Christmas stuff that they were going to throw out, and I wanted to keep it just in case I could come up with some way to repurpose it and keep it out of the dump, and this was that perfect time. But if you wanted to buy this and do it yourself, if you don't have any that you got for free, these things are like $1 for these garlands. They are super cheap. I'm sure you could find some at the Dollar Tree or at Walmart. And the colorful one that I have here though, I'm not quite sure what store that came from. And I initially had tried putting it all vertically, but there just wasn't enough of it to do it that way. So I had to get really creative and find a way to make it look festive and still pretty, with using what I had on hand. And if you have something different than what I have here at home and want to recreate this look, use what you have and get creative. My third trash to treasure DIY is this bench, and it had some structural issues going on. I can see why somebody wanted to get rid of it. It was out on their curb for bulk trash pickup, and that leg there was not holding in, and it was kind of kicking out, and it had no support to hold those legs tight into the middle. So I found this scrap wood in my garage, and we are going to cut it to fit this area and create kind of a shelf underneath there at the same time. It came with these plastic wheels on it, and they just looked a little cheesy to me, so my husband took those off. But as he was taking them off, we realized that the whole footing piece of wood on here was on there pretty loose, we'll say. So we're just gonna use some good old wood glue and get those things put back on and on there permanently. The other side had a lot of dried glue on there, so my husband scraped off that dried glue, and he scraped it out of the little foot shoe. We'll call it a ski. Kind of looks like a snow ski. Anyways, goes along with our Christmas theme. But he made sure to scrape it out of there as well before we put the glue inside. it's time to prep the surface for painting. My husband is sanding this entire thing down with 220 grit sandpaper. The top is really icky looking and it had a very uneven texture to it, so he made sure to sand that part nice and smooth, and then he just scuff sanded the rest of the piece so that my paint would adhere to it really well. I knew I wanted to go for a green color on this bench. Green is so in right now, but I didn't have any, so we went to the store and had some paint mixed up for us that I thought would be the perfect festive green, and then we brought it home to paint this beautiful little bench. As always, I am starting the first coat with the piece upside down, and then I will flip it right side up to do the second coat. On the day that I filmed this, I was around 24 weeks pregnant, and it was kind of difficult for me to bend around and do the painting of this, I'm not gonna lie. But I just wanted to give you guys an update. I know some of you have been asking quite a bit about how the pregnancy's going. I just had a checkup done. They did my screening for diabetes, and I have to wait. It's not like it used to be where they just do a finger prick and then give you the answer, but I have to wait for those results, which I'm sure will be negative. And the baby's heart rate was nice and strong, and she is doing really well, measuring really great for her gestational age. While I had that green paint out and the paintbrush still wet, I decided to paint the handle of this rolling pin. I will show you later on in the video where I got this when I show you my huge thrift with me and thrift haul part of the video. Here's the cute little sleigh bench while it was drying. And now to see all of these trash to treasure upcycled beautiful projects put together. And make sure you stay tuned because I'm about to take you along with me to some thrift stores to give you even more ideas for DIYs that you could do at home with things that are thrifted or stuff you already have. And here's a cute little clip of the bench now in its new home. It went to a cousin of mine and she sent me this picture within like 5 minutes of getting it. The first place I went was this antique mall, and it had this really cute basket right in the beginning. I think it was like $18 they were asking for it, and I thought it would make a really good base for a tree. They also had like unlimited Christmas linens in this place that all ranged from about $5 to $20. This one I thought in particular was absolutely beautiful with the florals on there, but there was a lot of other really cute ones. I want to show you guys some ways that I get inspired, which is going thrifting. So when I have a lack of inspiration of things that I could create, I just go out and look for inspiration at the thrift stores, at the antique malls, at home decor stores. And for this day, I went to, I think 4 thrift shops. So 3 of them were antique malls, and then the other one was Goodwill. So I will show you at the very end of this little shop with me all the things that I ended up picking up from all these different stores. But look at all this fabric, you guys. You could end up buying some vintage fabric and doing what I did with embroidery hoops. I really liked this cute tree. I thought it was a little Pottery Barn inspired with how minimalist it looks. And then this candelabra tree was really neat to me too. Another thing that I get really inspired by, like even when something's a little bit out of my price range, like this basket, I just like to see how they decorate their booths in antique malls, because it gives me ideas on how I can decorate my home and get that cozy look that the antique mall booths have already. Like this little wagon with a tree inside it, I thought that was adorable. And it's such a creative thing, and it might be something that you, my viewer, has at home or something similar, and you could create a little vignette like that too. Look at these little Santa napkin rings. I just adore these. I don't know what it is about them, and I feel like it's something that you either love or you hate, but I just think they're adorable. And the Christmas dishes were, there was a plethora of them in all of the stores that I went to. Here is some red rolling pins. I've seen people use rolling pins with different color handles, like I painted that green one. And this one they were asking $15, but if you wait later in the video, I find one for much less. This whole arrangement here was only $12, and I just wanted to show this because sometimes you can buy used things from these antique malls that would be cheaper than buying new, and it's already done for you and created into a beautiful visual decoration for your wall. You just have to take it home. These wreaths here, there was like 3 in a row wreaths that I thought were so beautiful. They had a primitive look to them. It's very simple and earthy, and I really liked that for the decor that I'm going for. And I loved this huge pine cone and cinnamon wreath, and I thought for you guys, you might be inspired to create one yourself at home. I was honestly amazed by how much Christmas stuff was in the thrift shops. These blow molds were a little expensive, and this wreath I thought was such the perfect vintage look. And then these like grapevine trees, where do you find stuff like that other than places like these, where it's just really unique Christmas stuff, and they had so much of it. My mind was blown, and I was just full of ideas. Like, look at this, you could put like a brooch on top of a jar and create Christmas looks. There were tons and tons of these vintage bulbs that you could decorate your tree with, although I personally am wanting to try to do some DIYs with them. My son was mostly enjoying the lights. But these stockings and these trivets, so beautiful, so adorable, and you're not going to find this stuff in a big box store. Also, when you're shopping at thrift stores and antique malls, you are shopping your local residents in your area. You're helping to support their passion in finding these things. I thought these canes would make really cool candy canes if you have some to repurpose in your own home. And then these little trees on sticks, I thought you guys could definitely make. There's so many creative people who are watching and commenting, and I know you guys could make something so cute like this. I also saw this really cute wall accordion peg holder, and look, a perfect example of how you can use old bulbs to create something really neat and even more adorable Christmas trivets. I'm just going to start listing all the creative things I'm seeing. So this is a jar of Christmas lights. The next thing looks like a Mackenzie Childs cutting board that could easily be DIY'd. These little ornaments I thought had been really cute, and you could age your own ornaments and add sparkles to them. And this chair, oh my gosh, I loved this chair, but the price, $195, I didn't love it that much. So that chair stayed there, it did not come home with me. Another basket full of bulbs. This color mixture and tones is so me. I love these tones together. And look at how cute this little tree is. It was only $20. I didn't pick it up, but it's just really, really cute, and I know somebody else is going to love it. More vintage bulbs, you guys. Go pick out these cool vintage bulbs for your crafts. And also just a weird creepy Santa that I thought was funny and I had to share with you guys. More bulbs. Shiny Bright is actually a collectible brand of bulbs. If you are going to be reselling, you should look for Shiny Brights to resell. These toy soldiers were super cute, but kind of expensive. Now we're moving on to Goodwill, and I loved this little lamp and this cute little cake stand. There was a lot of cute little knick-knack things in here today that were not necessarily Christmas. The furniture section was full of things that just didn't really inspire me that much. There was a couple things I thought were cute, but just not cute enough to take home today for me. Like this copper tin, like square jar thing I thought was cute. I love cane chairs like these, but I just don't have a purpose for it, and I wasn't feeling super inspired by this chair either. And I mean, the prices are good, $3.99, $4.99. This right here would make a really cool upholstery project if you want to reupholster into a funky new way. It's only $4, and structurally it was in really good condition. I thought this was kind of neat, but it was like $10. Compared to the furniture, that's a little weird. These wooden bowls I wish I would have picked up. They are $3.99 for the whole set of bowls. And then when I looked just like 1 foot to the left of that shelf, there was a whole bunch of other wooden bowls that were $2.99 and $3.99 each. And I know that these are very in right now with decorating, especially with the boho or mid-mod look that people are really into right now. So these would make really good gifts for people if you know that are really into that kind of boho or mid-mod look. It would be a really unique gift to give them that they wouldn't necessarily be able to find in a big box store. Also, I adore blue and white everything, but was not really interested in paying $4 for this basket. This basket was like brand new condition. I think it was like $3.99, and it was really cute. I just didn't need it. I want to show you guys all these different crocks and dishware things that I found as well. Here is that rolling pin I told you that was only $2. The other one at the antique mall was $15, so I'm getting a deal. And you already saw me paint this one. I did get that one too. But they had so much cute farmhouse and vintage inspired glassware and dishes and things like that that could easily be upcycled, cleaned up, or used as they are to create a really beautiful look in your own home. There's pretty much not a ginger jar that I will say no to at a certain price. And then this coffee grinder I thought was really cute. I know a lot of people are really into copper in general. And then a whole bunch of brass candlesticks. Brass candlesticks are really collectible. People are really into those right now as well. And this Santa creeped me out. I had to share it with you. There's some more of the bulbs, the glass bulbs. I ended up picking up a few of these. And then I thought this Santa was so beautiful. They were only asking $9.99 for it, I believe. And it was in perfect condition, and I imagine it was probably quite expensive. There was another one there, but his eyes just were way too realistic for me, and I was not feeling it. And then this Santa looks like somebody stepped on his toe, and he's like, ooh, ouch, my toe. And then my daughter found this one, and she wanted to share this with you guys because it was pretty funny. But there was a whole bunch of Christmassy things in here that could easily be upcycled to fit your decor style on a super low budget and just be like custom and heartwarming like this. All hearts come home for Christmas. How sweet is that? And you can't beat these prices for the bulbs. This big bag is only $2.99. You couldn't even buy them new like that. And then I thought this was neat to find there. You never know what you're going to find at Goodwill. My last Christmas find were these little houses, which were $10 a piece, so a little bit pricey for me for today. Now it's time to show you my gigantic thrift haul that I got from all of that fun shopping and inspiration. Here is my haul of everything that I got, except for this dresser. Not that. I got that at an auction, and I spent less than $20 on it, and it's from the late 1800s. But anyways, I got these two chairs, which you probably saw, and the seat busted out of this one. I'm sure that was funny when that happened. It's even a butt shape. So you know somebody fell through that chair. I also got the two wreaths. They were $8 a piece, and these chairs were $20 a piece. Over here, I have my Goodwill ornaments. They were 99 cents per box. I like to buy these old glass ornaments because they just have a patina that you can't get with the new ones. I got this ginger jar. I spent $2.99 on this one. I intend to repaint it to be a dark green color to go with my dark green and navy blue theme in my dining room. And I got this. I'm also going to be doing a green look on this as well to go in that same room. I got these cute little ice skates. I don't remember how much I paid for those, and when you buy them at an antique mall, they take the price tag off. But I think they were probably $10 to $15 for the pair. I got this lamp that I'm actually going to make match these chairs. I'm going to do a burlap seat on them, I think. Let me know in the comments what you think. I'm thinking of painting this part to match so that they kind of all go together. And then I got this jar, which is the milk one. It has a cow on this side. And it says, absolutely pure milk. I thought that was cute, and it was only $1.99. I also got this accordion style wall hooks. I think this was 10 bucks, maybe $15. It's a really big one though, so definitely worth it to me. I got this ginger jar for $4 at an antique mall. And then I got these rolling pins for $1.99. I don't know if you remember, but in my shopping video of these at the antique malls, they were $15 a piece. I got these for $2 a piece, and you already saw me paint this one. And then while I was shopping at one of the antique malls, they gave me this tote bag with my purchase, and I thought it was really cute and wanted to share it with you guys. The last thing I got was this fiber optic tree. I'm going to turn the lights off so you can see how bright it really is. How fun! I have always loved the fiber optic trees for Christmas. Ever since I was a little girl, I would just stare at them and stare at them and just be amazed by how beautiful the colors are and how quickly they change. Let me know in the comments down below if you were like that as a kid too, if you're really into the fiber optic stuff, but it needs some work, and that's okay. I will fix it up. Speaking of Christmas and gift giving, Skillshare, which is my sponsor for this video, is giving my first 1,000 viewers to click the link in my description box a free month trial of their online program. If you want, you can also share this with a friend. It's the perfect gift to give to the person who has everything because you can always keep learning new things. Skillshare is an online learning community with tons of classes to learn lots of new skills or kind of just brush up on some skills that you would like to make better and become more of an expert at. They have classes in so many things like filmmaking and photography all the way to fine arts like painting. And today I am going to show you a class that I am taking on how to paint pine trees like Bob Ross does. But there are tons of other classes, as you can see here. When I type in the painting subject, they gave me 258 pages of classes, and each page has tons of classes on it. So there's art classes for any kind of art that you want to do if you're really into art like I am. The pine tree painting class that I'm taking is by Casey Wober, and I can't wait to try out this technique on my Christmas crafts. The best part is that the class has no ads, so you can stay focused on what they're teaching you, and they're always coming out with new courses. They even have subtitles in different languages now for my viewers that are outside of the US. So don't forget to hit that link in the description box if you want to try it out, and let me know which classes you take. I'm really excited to see which ones you guys choose, because there are so many to choose from that I don't even know all the classes that are on here. And if you guys find some really cool ones, let me know so I can try them out too. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I have a link here for another DIY video that I think you're going to like.